Hi everyone, this is a little instructional presentation about how to write a Pantoum, the next form we're going to be writing in. So a little bit about the background. Pantoums are Malayan in origin, and that means that it comes from essentially the Philippine archipelago back in the 18th century. And they came into the English language poetry through France, which actually France adopted lots of forms that then came into English poetry. It has some interesting qualities. One of its qualities is that it's kind of a slow form. It moves sort of forward and back and one step forward and two steps back. And it does this because the form is in what's called quatrains, which means stanzas of 4 lines, and they repeat in a very strict pattern that again, the repetition causes this forward and backward movement. And the form makes its function ideal for writing about things like memories, the past, dreams, some kinds of games, that stop and start, or things that are cyclical like seasons. But basically you can write about anything that interests you. So here's an example. This Pantoum is called Grandmother's Song by the poet Nellie Wong. Grandmothers sing their song, blinded by the sun's rays, grandchildren for whom they long, for pomelo golden days. Blinded by the sun's rays, gold bracelets, opal rings, for pomelo golden days, tiny fingers, ancient things. Gold bracelets, opal rings, sprinkled with Peking dust, tiny fingers, ancient things, so young they'll never rust. Sprinkled with Peking dust, to dance in fields of mud, so young they'll never rust, proud as if of royal blood. To dance in fields of mud, or peel shrimp for pennies a day, proud as if of royal blood, coins and jade to put away. Or peel shrimp for pennies a day, seaweed washed up the shore, coins and jade to put away, a camphor chest is home no more. Seaweed washes up the shore, bound feet struggle to loosen free, a camphor chest is home no more, a foreign tongue is learned at 3. Bound feet struggle to loosen free, grandchildren for whom they long, a foreign tongue is learned at 3, grandmothers sing their song. So some of you will have already recognized a pattern just from hearing that one poem because you're good at recognizing patterns. I am terrible at recognizing patterns, so I need to see it all laid out for me like this in black and white. So the way it works is I just write the first 4 lines of the poem about anything I feel like writing about, and then I go through and just follow this pattern really strictly. You could even copy and paste the pattern into your document as you're writing so that you can follow it. But what happens is in each stanza, lines 2 and 4 repeat in the next stanza as lines 1 and 3. So that's what creates that kind of looping effect. So when you write your own Pantoum, and you're going to do this individually, not as a group, the example rhymed, and yours can rhyme, but it doesn't have to. And if you decide you're going to rhyme, you might want to look up an online rhyming dictionary. They're very helpful for rhyming, for helping you find rhymes that don't just immediately come to hand. Your Pantoum is going to have at least 5 stanzas. There's no stanza limit in the form itself. It can go on for a long time. So as I said, you're just going to write the first 4 lines and then follow that pattern. I like to do, when I'm writing, I like to put the repeating lines in that next stanza and just fill in as I go. Again, that helps me with my poor mind for patterns.